So hi Leviathans. So you've already received your first assignment for the program. So I'm going to be looking at my screen here a little bit. So I'll toggle between you and the screen, alright? So when you open up your assignment, you will see first my beginnings, right? I want you to tell the story about how your business started. So what is your company name, when did it start, and there are several pointers there, like for example overall store locations, markets, manpower and all that. So answer these questions, or rather fill it in about how your business was at that point in time in the past. Okay, and following that on page 2, you will see this part where I really want you to just sit down, close your eyes and visualize. If you could go back in time and look at yourself, say sitting down at a desk, right? So you're standing in front of yourself in your office doing work, right? So you're looking at your younger you, right? So what can you tell your younger you? What is the best advice you can tell him or her? And do you have any other messages? Like today you would know something, right? Because of time, you already know the future. So if you could tell your previous self, what would it be? Okay, on page 3 you'll go through the same process about your business again, but this time I want you to tell about your business in the present day. So again, the pointers is the same: overall, store locations. Fill it up and list 5 things about your business on page 4 which you are unhappy about. So perhaps when you go through this list, you'll be thinking, damn, I only have one location for the past 10 years and I've not actually grown. So if you're unhappy about that, state it down, right? Basically, what are you unhappy about and why so? Okay, and then we'll go to page 5. On page 5, I also want you to indicate what are the 5 things which you are most happy about, so or you're most proud of. So indicate this as well, right? And then on page 6, I want you to think about a future date, and I want you to give that date as well. Say 5 years from now, 6 years from now, whatever the date may be. I want you to think about the same pointers, right? These are on page 6 and on page 7. So I want you to answer these same pointers, but for a future date, meaning I want you to start planning and designing your future, right? So at the bottom there on page 7, I also want you to start thinking about if you already reach that level of success in future, right? What kind of impact would you actually be able to do to those around you, and who these people are? So if it's family, name the person, or generally family, and what could you do for your family perhaps at that level of success, right? And then on page 8, I want you to think about yourself, because obviously you are very important, right? So please think about it. Look at this properly, do the exercise, get your magazines, get your newspapers and do this exercise. And later when we meet, I will tell you a story. I'll even show you something about what I did myself for this particular exercise many years ago, and how it has actually helped me. So I'll share with you then as well, right? And on page 9, you will actually see this title about Towards a Better Me. So I want you to think about from then until now, what are the 5 things that you can improve or you can work on in order that you can actually reach the future success which you envisioned, right? So what are the top 5 things? And I will also want you to try draft your own vision and mission statements for the company, right? That's on page 9. And lastly, on page 10, there will be your top 3 takeaways from this particular assignment. I want you to list down what they are, what did you learn, or what was probably something which you can actually work on, right? And at the bottom part, I want you to indicate what are the 3 top action plans that you have. So meaning, if you're going to go back and sit down with your team, what are the 3 main things you will be doing with them in order for this thing to succeed, right? So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. At the same time, you can always send me a WhatsApp or send me an email, and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, all the best for your assignments. I look forward to looking at them. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.